Taarifa ni kwamba sasa hivi waziri wetu wa michezo Rashid Echesa shapanda, amini usiamini, chorombozi kupanda lift hadi juu katika orofa ile ya 5 tayari kuweza kukutana ile kamati ya michezo, utamaduni na utalii, hususan kwanza kuweza kujibu swali la mbunge Tunui, alafu baadaye aweze kuzungumza kuhusu masaibu ya timu ile ya walemavu kuhusiana na marupurupu yao na pia kudhalilishwa na kuweza kukaa bila kuweza kupata jawabu. Tuweza kusikia kinachoendelea kwa sasa.
Working with the other ministry, we will be able to figure out how to improve that. On the issue of the fluctuations of the weather, I think the CS explained that that only affects the completion date, not necessarily the work program. On the encroachment of the stadium, I'll repeat my CS's words, we will liaise with the interior to ensure that it is done in accordance with the law and to avoid any issues of human rights, but we will make sure that it is done correctly. And also we will work with the local leadership. I believe Mheshimiwa being the owner of the question and the owner of the sub-county will also be squarely responsible to ensure that this is done in the most amicable way. On the part of us putting our resources, and I think that is why my CS is asking me to come in, is we are going to make sure not just this but others that have been held by counties. We are working with the Council of Governors to ensure that all the stadia that they hold are either worked on collectively or handed over to us where they have a national nature. For example, we've been working with the governor of Kisumu to try and make sure that that stadium is worked on because it is an important site. The same with Mombasa, all the big cities. We are going out also to the other counties and collaborating with governors to try and establish what kind of actual need is there on the ground so that we can cost share. We are also looking at the incoming of the sports fund to try and see which priorities can be taken over. However, before we take in any new projects, we are hoping that we can complete the already outstanding or we hope that we will start with those that are already ongoing or pending projects. I don't know which other question I've left. Sorry.
We'll give the questioner under the domain the opportunity to maybe to ask a supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I apologize for coming late. I was held up in the traffic jam. So, Madam Chair, I just want to know from the CS, when is the construction work likely to commence? When is it likely to commence? Because it has taken several years.
Once the project has been handed over immediately to us, we will make sure that we put that into consideration, maybe in the next quarter.
Next quarter?
Yeah.
I think we should be able to give direction that since you are the relevant ministry, there is no way housing and urban development will ever manage and operate stadium. You should have a timeline, a clear timeline, that you initiate the process of taking over that project and any other similar project. And that one should not take you more than 2 months, 1 to 2 months, so that in the next budget making process, you should be able to request for funds to be able to complete those pending studies.
We are going to fast track the handing over process, Mr. Chair. Yeah.
Then lastly, on this matter, yes, Honorable Tony.
Yes, this next quarter is talking about is which month?
January.
That's January.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe we have 12 stadiums which this committee has actually visited. Kasarani, I think, is the only operational stadium out of the 12, which was actually part of the Jubilee Manifesto. Nyayo Stadium, I understand Jamhuri Day celebrations are going to take place in that particular place, but the work's going on very, very slow. And I think this committee in the next 1 week or 2 weeks will be actually visiting that particular stadium to see the progress. Because it's a big shame, 2 years, projects taking more than 2 years, and yet Kenya claims to be a sporting country. I know Kinolu Stadium is there to be completed, Rolingo Stadium is there to be started. Kipchonge Keino has stalled, Masabit has stalled, Wate has stalled, Kiambu has stalled, Mombasa, I know it is not your fault. The county government had a pledge which they did not honor. I understand your ministry donated the tap, and the county government failed to do their part. So I think this should be a wake-up call to the sports department that, you know, we appear to be doing nothing. If the stadiums are still stalled, it's a big shame, and I believe the sports fund should be able to be fast-tracked so that we can be able maybe to finance the budget deficit. Otherwise, I think we can be able to go to the next business for today. And, but before we consider the sports amendment bill, there is an issue which is in the public limelight, which really exposed Kenya so much. A very shameful event where we had our own Kenyans, they are abductees, who had actually competed in Mexico.